Hello students, once again I am here to tell you about rest of the function of MySQL, and today class I will continue with the same text or string function where many text or string function I had discussed in the previous class, and today I will continue with the same, which is text or string function. 2-3 functions are remaining under this category, so we will start now. So first of all, what we had seen in the last class was char, concat, substr. Substr is same as substring as well as mid function, then instr function, left function, right function, etc. Now we will today see the rest of the string function. So we will start with the select command, and the next command we will see as length, length. This length function returns the total number of characters present in a string. Total number of characters present in a string, or you can say it returns the length of the string in bytes. The length of the string means the total number of characters including spaces, special characters, etc., which whatever is there in the string, that will return. So if I am writing here as the string, oh my god, so you can see here the total number of characters. If I press the enter key, it will return the total number of characters present in oh my god string. So you can see it returns the output as 9. Why it will return the output as 9? Because in between there are 2 spaces including the characters 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 and 2 spaces, that will also consider as a character. So total number of characters present in this very string as 9. So the same way you can check with the table data also. If any of the table columns we want to see as select ename, and then we will specify the name of the table, select ename, length ename from employee. Error is coming. Because we have not selected the database, because we have not selected the database, and the table is in the database class 12. So first we need to open it, and then we can specify the previous command, select length ename from employee. In the field, ename is not there in the field list. Let us see first of all what are the field names. So whatever I am writing or executing the command, for what purpose I am writing, you have to be careful. Why I am giving you the command as describe or desc employee, you should know, because I have taught you all the names. Select ename, okay, it was emp name. So in what we need to do, only we need to change the name of the field as emp and name. So see, it is coming as 6765344. You are not able to understand the output, so let us change the format of the query, and here I am writing select emp name also, so that you can count the number of characters present in employee name. Select employee name, that is emp name, comma length emp name from employee, then it will give you the correct output. Yes, emp name is the first field, second field is length. So Jordan is having 6 characters, Richard 7, Thomas 6, and so on. So length returns the total number of characters or the length of the string in the MySQL or in any of the table. If any data are there in the table, it will return. The next function we will see about left function. Left function means the uh, from the string, whatever numbers you want to extract from the left side of the string. For example, I want to extract from the left, that is left. Left function returns the number of characters whatever you will specify in the string. For example, I am specifying here the same string as oh my god, and from this very string I want to extract total number of characters 4 from the left side of the string. Our string is oh my god, and from the left side 4 characters will return, or 4 characters will extract. So let us see what output will be there from the left side of the screen. How many characters? Yeah, it returns, or the output is oh my. Why oh my? Because oh, this is the first, then second, then space is third, and m is 4. So total number of characters 4 from the main string, extracting from the left of the string. So left function returns the number of characters whichever you will specified from the left side. But you have specified the number, you have specified the number as 4. So 2 arguments, one is the string and second one is the number which how many characters you want to extract. As the left function is there, the same way the right function is there, RIGST, which will extract the number of character with whatever you will specify in the argument from the right side. Right, oh my god, 4. From the right side it will count the number of characters, that is the 4, total number of characters 4 from the oh my god string. So it returns now the god is the output. Why it is coming as god? From the right side 1 2 3 and one space is also there, but how the space will you will see in the output. That is why only the 3 characters you are only the 3 characters you are able to see in the output. So one space is also there which is not able to see. So these were the string or text function which we have to know along with the previous class video, and today's these 3 functions are come under the category of text or string function: length, left, right, and previously substring, instr, char, etc. Again I want to repeat: substr, then substring and mid. The last video also I have told the same thing. Today also mid, substring and substr returns the same output because all these 3 are same, all these 3 are equivalent. Okay, so which I have discussed in the previous class. So you have to take care of that. If in the output mid will be coming as an output, you are not supposed to confuse that what mid returns. Mid, substr and substring, all 3 are equivalent with each other. Now the next category we will see, which we have seen in the last class. MySQL function categorized into basically 3 categories: text or string function. Second category was the numeric function, and the third is the date and time function. So today in this video we will finish all the functions. So let us see about the numeric function. Here I have written the this hashtag, hash symbol, and then I am writing over here the numeric function. What for I am using this hash symbol? Hash symbol or hashtag in MySQL is used to give the comments. For the comment purpose, as you have seen in the Python, we had given several comments to enhance the readability of the program, to understand the readability of to understand the program, so that the another user, or so that the different user, when they will see your program, then he or she can easily understand what does that particular line means. That is why we give the comment. So here also in MySQL we will use the hashtag as well as 2 hyphen is meant for single line comment. So I am using here, I am writing here the comment. That is why it is non-comment, as you all are knowing, comment are non-executable line. That means for the single line we use the hashtag as well as 2 hyphens altogether, these 2 hyphens. So if I'll write here the numeric, suppose anything I am writing hello, then also nothing is coming, no error is coming, because this is the comment one. So for the single line comment I am using this hash as well as 2 hyphen, and for the multiple line comment, if your comment line is exceeding more than 1 line, then I am using that, you have already used it, this forward slash asterisk, and then write the comment whatever you want to write, and afterwards you just make it close while writing this. This will also consider as a multi-line comment. So multi-line comment will start with forward slash asterisk and end with asterisk as well as the forward slash. So there are 3 ways to write the comment. The upper 2 is single line comment, and then last one asterisk slash asterisk asterisk slash are for multi-line comment. Okay. So we will see about the numeric function, as I have given over here the heading of the function, numeric function, and there are many numeric function, but in your syllabus this time you have to learn only 3 numeric function, and the first one is the mod function. So mod function, the purpose of mod is, you have already used the remainder operator in Python, the percent symbol. So the same here, and when I had taught you regarding the simple calculation, suppose 2 modulus 3, I want to see the result, then simply if you will write 2 modulus 3, it will return the output as the remainder when you will divide 2 modulus 3. So whatever will return, select 2 modulus 3 returns 2, because the numerator is smaller than denominator. In the case, numerator will be the result of the remainder one. So if the same thing I want to do with the help of the numeric function, which is mod, I'll write here as select mod, and then inside the parenthesis of the function mod we will write 2 comma 3. So it will return the same value what the value returned by 2 modulus 3, but this time with the help of mod function. So mod function return the modulus or the remainder of given 2 numbers. We have provided 2 numbers here, so it will return the remainder of given 2 numbers. So 2 modulus 3 or mod 2 comma 3 returns 2. As you can see here, it returns also the same value, output is same. Okay. The next function is power function, POWER. So power function means it will return the power or any value raised to the power of n. If you want to calculate m raised to the power n, or simply you can say it returns the power of the number whatever you will specify in the as a argument of the number. So 2 comma 3 means 2 to the power 3. It means 2 into 2 into 2. So it will return 8. 2 into 2 into 2 is 8. If you want to change it, 4 to the power 2. 4 to the power 2, or you can say 4 square, it will return 16. Okay, so in this way you can calculate the power. You can also calculate if any numeric column is there in the table. That can also work the same as you have seen here, how the power function will work. So in the exam you will have the question, in the half yearly exam you will have the question based upon the function. 2 or 3 function will be combined together and you have to find out the output for the same. So I have discussed 2 function of the numeric one, which is mod, power, and the last function of numeric is the round one. So round function round off the number. As you round the number in mathematics, the same purpose here for the round function. So you will write select round, and which value you want to round off, you will specify here as 34.6 or 5. Suppose I will write 34.5 more than. After decimal, if the number is 5 or greater than 5, then it will round off the number with the 34 will be rounded off to 35. Many types of command you can specify, or many types of argument you can provide. If I'll write 34.2, it is less than, after decimal 0.2 is there, 0.2 is less than 5, so it will return what? The same. It will not going to round off, it will return the value as 34. It will return, see the output is 34. If I'll write two value here, 34.23, and then I am providing here one more argument. This argument is specify as that it will round off the number after the decimal point, one digit will be there after rounding off. It means that it will return the number rounded off to the one decimal place. Means it will return or round off the number to one decimal place. Means after the decimal, one value will be there and that value will be rounded off. So the output will be 34.2 itself, because you can see here after 2 the digit is 3. This 3 is less than 5, so it will return 34.2 itself. If I'll increase the number after decimal, I'll make it 3 as more than 5 or 5. So let me delete this one and I'll write here 7. Then what will be the output? After the decimal, 34.3 will be the answer. 34.3. So when you will write the argument, two arguments you are using. So the second argument of round function will specify the decimal places, and one specify means one decimal place. And if I'll make it negative, then it will round off to the nearest tens. So the output will be 30, because this nearest tens means this value 34 is before the decimal, 34 is there, so it will round off to the nearest tens place, which will be 30. If it will be more than this digit 34, I'll increase it with 35 or 36, then it will move to the nearest tens, which will go to the 40 side, means it will return the result as 40. So you can check it, it will round off the number to the nearest tens place, which is 40. So you have to remember these two things. When positive number will be there, then what will be the output, and when the negative number will be there, then what will be the output. It means -1 means it round off to the nearest tens place, and simple after decimal point, after comma, only 1 is there, positive 1 is there, it means it will round off to the 1 decimal place. So this 3 function is the numeric function which is in your syllabus. So when there are many numeric function, but because of the lockdown many syllabus getting reduced, that is why only 3 you have to learn in numeric function. So very less, only 3 is there, and rest we had seen the string function. Now I'll start the third category of the function, which is date and time function. So let us start with the another third category of MySQL function, which is date and time function. And first we will see under this very heading of date and time function as date function. So date and time function perform the task on date data type as numeric function, accept the numeric value and it returns the numeric data only. Means numeric function returns the numeric value. Argument is also numeric. Date and time function receives the value as date data type and it returns, sometimes it is integer, sometimes it is date, sometimes it is time, sometimes it returns the weekday. It depends upon what function you are using. So if I'll start, the first function of the date and time function is the date function. Date is one of the function of date and time. So this date function returns the date part. It means date and time function receives the date data type, and this date data type needs one of the data type of MySQL. This date is one of the data type of MySQL, which we will take the data type for date of admission, for date of joining, for date of birth. If this type of information we need to fill in MySQL, then we will be taking the data type as date. So it receives the date. If today's date, and I have already told you that you have to pass the date always in YYYY, MM and DD format. DD, today is 26th September, so I'll write today's date only. Okay, so this date function returns the date part. So if I'll pass here the argument time also, suppose time is 8, 9, 34. Okay, then it will extract or returns only the date part. See, the output is coming only the date. So what output, in the output, what output heading is coming, it depends what you are writing after this select. If I'll make the column alias can be created like that using as, and I'm writing here as today's date and then the semicolon. So you can see today's date. So this date function, previously it was what we had written, that was coming. Now I have made this very thing what you have written as a column heading, I make it as column alias today's date. So now this time this column alias, the reference name will be coming as an output. So if in what way you have to find out the output, you have to be take care of that in what select statement are written in the question. So date function return the date part only from the date and time parameter. Parameter is what you have written, what you have specified under the parenthesis of date, under the bracket of date, that is the argument. Argument I have passed time as well as date. It returns only the date. So the purpose of date to return the date part from the date and time arguments. Next function is month. Month returns the month from the date passed. What date you are passing? So the function name is month and it returns the month from the date passed. Means what date you are passing. This time I will not pass the time, simply I will pass the date and it will extract from the date only the month. So it is 26th September 2020. 9th means the September month. So what will return? It will not return September. It will return the month, which is 9. So if I'll write month here as a column alias, then it will modify in the output. Yeah, month is 9. So 26th September, this particular part after this, in this 3 part of the date, this will be the year, this will be the month, middle one will be the month, and the 2 is 26 is the date part. So YY, MM, TD. So it will return the month part. So month will return the month from the date passed. The next function is month name. So month name returns the name of the month. Name of the month, select month name. Okay, and here also you have to pass what? Date and time. Always accept the date argument. So the same date you pass it, 2020-09-26. So it will return the month name. So select month name. Okay, I'll miss I had missed here the double quotes here, so again we need to start. It will not come. When you will see this type of prompt, no, then you have to restart, means again you have to open the MySQL. So if I'll use here MySQL, I'll write under the search box, then directly you can open it by providing the password. Yeah, and directly you can start the function. It doesn't need any table. If we need the table, then we will use the command use, or we will write the command use and then the database name. We don't require the table here, so simply I can write select month name, and here you provide the date as 2020-09-26 and then semicolon. So it returns the month name as September. So name of the function and what it returns is very important to understand the function. What type of value is going to return by the month name? This time this function returns the character type of value or the string type of value. In the previous case it returned the integer type of value. Okay, so the month name returns the name of the month, and the name of the month 09 is September. If you will change it, suppose I'll make it as 4, it will return April. See, if I'll make the changes here as 14, null, because only the months are starting from 1 to 12. That only is stored under this MySQL software, so it is returning null because there is no any month number as 14. We had only 12, so if you make it 12, it will return December. Okay, so this is about the month function. The next function is day. Select day, which day that particular date belong. The date which you will pass belongs to which day? D-A-Y, day. And the date I have passed, so it is 26. The day is 26, so it will pass, it will return 26 as you can see here. Next is year. So simply you change the function name as year, and what date is specified in the question, accordingly you have to answer. So I'll write here as year, and it will return the year, that is 2020. Year is 2020, day is 26. Month we had already seen 9 it has written, but month name return the name of the month. The next function is the day name. Day name is what? It returns the name of the weekday, like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, like that. It will return name of the weekday. That is why the function name is day name. What is the name of that particular day? So day name, today is 26th, and I'll make the month here, then only, otherwise 26 December you need to count it which date it belongs to. You have to see the calendar, no need to see the calendar. Simply I'll change the month here and I'll make it as 09. So it will return, today is Saturday, so Saturday is returning. Okay, so day name return the name of the weekday. It returns the name of the weekday starting with Sunday to Saturday. Next function is day month. Day name and then after day month. So you will write select day month and then after any date you will pass. So it will return which day of that particular month, means today is which date of the month. So today is the 26th day, so it will return no database selected, day of month, sorry, day month, no, day of month. The name of the function is day of month, so today is the 26th day. If you will change it, the day, if I'll make it first 01, like 6 only, so this will return the 6th day of the month. Okay, 6th day of the month. So whatever you will change in the day case, it will be changed according to day of month, which days of that particular month it is. So it is 26th. If the date is 6th September, then it will be 6th day. If you will write it 31 or 30, then it will return the 30th day of that particular month. So in this way you have to understand. The last day and date and time function is now, which is very important. Select now. This now function returned current date and time, current date as well as time. So today's date is 26/9 and the time it is showing as 17:59. You can calculate it what time it is showing. So in this way you can check all these functions: date and time, date, string functions, text functions, then numeric. Only 3 numeric function is there: power, mod, as well as the round function, and then date and time function are all string functions. I hope everything is clear to you, and you have to your questions will be there basically on find the output. 2-3 functions will be joined together, and accordingly you have to find out the output. So next class we will start the group function. I had told you in the previous class that single row function and multiple row function. So till now in today's video the single row function is over. So what it returns, you can see for single row it works. As you can see if you will use the table data like select char and then emp name from employee, then it will return each employee names number, each employee name, sorry, not char, length of employee name as we had seen. So it returns what? Each employee names number of characters present. So it returns the total number of rows, whatever the total number of rows were present in employee name, that way that for each row the function returns its value. That is why it is known as the single row functions. So date and time function, numeric function, and this string or text function comes under the category of single row function. The next class we will start with the multiple row function, which is also known as aggregate function. So that will be in the next class, and I'll take the revision class also. If you have any doubt, you can ask me in WhatsApp group. Till then, you revise the topic. We will meet you in the next class. Goodbye.